Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Dennis Grunden, the Vice President of Luxury Hotel Programs for Internova. We are at the Global Travel Collection's second annual Elevate conference, and we're going to talk about the luxury hotel products that this gentleman presides over here on Insider Travel Report. So thank you for talking to us. So Internova is the powerhouse that actually supports Global Travel Collection. And you then presented all of these products that have amenities and things that only those luxury travel advisors even get access to. So let's start bragging and telling them what you've put together.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you first of all for having us. Thanks for being here again, and all the support that we receive from you. So Internova, it's really, we create products and support for our travel advisors, and we, especially on the hotel front, we create products and programs that our advisors have exclusive access to. That's very unique in the industry. We have the Internova Select program. It's our amenity-based program for 4- and 5-star luxury properties, and we just introduced Internova Curated Hotels and Resorts. It's for our luxury lifestyle and design focused properties. And then we have the Internova Worldwide program as well, which is primarily used as a rate only product and primarily for corporate travelers, like quick one-night stays where you don't necessarily need the amenities.
The sheer number is amazing.
Yeah.
For example, that last one, 48,000. Yeah. The curated is 220. Mm-hmm. That's because it's new. Yes. But I expect that to grow. That's the hammock between Worldwide and Select. You needed a niche in there.
Yes, we needed a niche. So when we looked at the products that our advisors have and what they sell, we saw that there was a gap in the offering. It was either the uber luxury experience or the Worldwide where it's rate only. We needed a home for those small luxury properties or lifestyle and design inspired. They didn't necessarily have a home particularly in the Select program because they compete with the big brand names, they compete with their rate structure. So we needed something that allows them to really, truly tell their story and reach our advisors and really tap into the network.
That's a lot of hotels. We're talking 1,700, 220, and 48,000. So there's a lot of learning.
Yes.
Let's talk about webinars and how travel advisors can learn more.
Yeah, so we launched a very strong educational campaign earlier this year. So since February, we go out and we educate hotels. Traditionally that is always done on the sales level. We now expanded that and really focus on front desk and reservations, the sellers, and then of course the travel advisors. But that makes sure that wherever the traveler goes, the reservations team is aware, the front desk advisors, like all of the associates that a traveler might encounter when staying at one of our properties and the preferred partners, they know what program we're talking about, what the traveler amenities are, and what the travel experience should be.
The fact that it's working is that the bookings, the popularity is growing. You had some numbers about that.
Yeah. Thank God. It's really nice to see that it pays off. We've seen a tremendous increase in program adoption. Internova wide, we were above 30% in adoption year over year compared to 2023. For GTC specifically, as we're at their conference today, we have seen a tremendous increase in adoption for our own programs versus other rate codes, which is fantastic because we really are able now to drive the bookings to our preferred partners that are participating in the programs or that our GTC advisors have access to.
Then you discussed very impressively the esoteric perks and things that our travel, I say our, the GTC travel advisors get, and you couldn't express it here on the video, but how can they look this all up and see those amenities?
So first of all, my go-to is always, and that's what I keep telling the advisors, internovatravel.com is your go-to resource. The moment a hotel is live in the programs, they are on the website. The advisors have a different view. So there's a consumer view, of course. They don't need to know about the commission structure. They don't need the contact details for a specific hotel, but our advisors need that. So the moment the advisors are logged in, they have access to the full set of resources, and they are able to identify the program contacts, the commission structure, and all of the back-end information that they need to service the client.
What I'm saying is, was very impressive, these slides of everything that's offered to these travel advisors. Now let's talk about travel trends. You guys have been studying the numbers.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You want to start with room nights?
Yeah, very fantastic numbers. I think it's we have all been very cautious in telling our partners, hey, be a bit cautious for 2024. We know that the trend coming out of the pandemic with the increased production into like all of the markets. The world is open again, which is fantastic. But we've seen more than 3.1 million consumed room nights so far. So that's impressive in itself. And if we compare that with the ADR increases as well, what better value proposition could we have?
Part of the trends, you had top destinations domestically and foreign.
Yes, very nice to see that Asia's coming back. Yes, it was New York, like the usual suspects, like New York, Miami, LA, they are still there. But we're also very we're also very happy to see the interest in returning back to Asia. Asia is back, Asia is open, and it's strong, and we see that really reflected in the numbers.
And you also had a section talking about advanced booking.
Yes.
So what's the lag time?
So we are in a unique position at Internova because of our size, which is again very unique in the industry. But because of the data, we took a deep dive into the booking pace. It is 22 days across all of Internova. However, when we look at Global Travel Collection, particularly for the luxury segment, we're looking at 14 days. Like that is still a very short lead time. Yeah.
So the travel advisors at GTC feel supported. You have, meetings and events, marketing and training, and office visits. Let's talk about it, especially office visits. You got to be local, right?
Yes. Well, or we are fortunate to be
Zoom
in New York City. Yeah. Well, everyone's a bit zoomed out. That's why we're so lucky to be in New York City, and we have an office. We just consolidated the Alto office into our headquarter office here in New York City. So we have up to 100 people in the office every day. That is an exclusive benefit to our preferred partners. So it's not that we open that up to everyone. Only preferred partners are allowed to come into our office locations and educate the advisors. And then, of course, we have the events. We have the Internova events, Internova Plus. You guys are always supporting us on that as well. So it is nice to see that we have either the Internova events where we provide the full access to the preferred partners across all of the agencies, and then we are able to tap into the different business units and agency engagement opportunities, such as today here in New York City with Global Travel Collection.
Another place for enrichment is the Internova Marketplace.
Yes. So Internova Marketplace is our one-day networking events where the advisors are really able to connect with the preferred partners, again, across like advisor attendance from all of Internova, Global Travel Collection, Travel Leaders, Nexion, and Altor, and we bring them together to connect with our most preferred partners in different locations where we have a strong presence. So this year we did Washington, D.C., we did Los Angeles, and we just wrapped up London in the UK. And for next year we're coming back to New York City, so it's nice to come home. And then we're definitely returning to Los Angeles and London next year as well.
The mother of all meetings is the Internova Plus,
yes,
which is in St. Petersburg. Yes, tell us about that.
Yeah, we're really excited. It's the third year now. Or we're walking into the third year in 2025. We'll be hosting it in January at the beautiful Vinoy Resort in St. Petersburg, Florida, really ringing in their centennial year. So it's going to be a fantastic celebration.
So to wrap up, let's just say, how powerful is Internova?
Very powerful. No,
it's a nice synergy between you have to have a sale. You can have products, but you got to have sales.
Yes,
and they got to work together.
Yeah. That's the beauty of it. We are able to cater to different partners. Like, no matter what you're looking for, and like we always go by our ethos, there's a place for everyone and for everyone a place. We're able to connect you regardless of what your business objective is, regardless when you have a need period. We have the right advisors in-house. Might it be the luxury leisure, may it be corporate, may it be events. Like, we can help from group to entertainment to leisure. We can do it all.
I want to thank you for talking to us, and I also want to make sure that they can go to internova.com.
Yes, Internova.com is more of a company overview, but that will definitely help with getting an overview of the different business units and the agencies, and then for anything hotel and partner related for the programs that would sit on internovatravel.com.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.